Random rewards are so sweet. Honey's all that I can see. Blame nature, why don't you? I make no apology. I'm in love with a meme. About as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire. I'm not weak or lazy. I'm like electricity. I'm the path of least resistance. Always lies the way for me. I'm in love with a meme. About as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire. Go dash, 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 dash. Go dash, 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 Doge Daddy, yeah. Go dash, 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 dash. Go dash, 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 Doge Daddy, yeah. Dancing Teslas and SpaceX. This techno king is on a roll. There is no shame in his game. He's having fun, he's in control. I'm in love with a meme. About as real as a dollar, and it makes me wanna scream. I wanna be a millionaire. Go dash, 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 dash. Go dash, 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 Doge Daddy, yeah. Go dash, 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 dash. Go dash, 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 Doge Daddy, yeah. I see stars when I hear Dodge. Forget the moon, I'm off to Mars. Cash is trash, is confetti. So dollar bills can kiss my go dash, 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 dash. Go dash, 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 Doge Daddy, yeah.
Wait. Gotta have some light. Welcome to Bitcoin Daily, 9 a.m. Central, sometimes 9 a.m. Central European time, Monday to Friday, on the door. I don't even know what I'm saying. It's been so long since we did the daily, but you know, Monday to Friday, 9 a.m. Central European time, on the dollar, because we gotta know what's happening in Bitcoin, altcoins, and everything else. How's everybody doing in the chat? Only 7 people right now watching. Only 1 like, so you're not doing your job, guys. I have to hit that like button. Bridge Cable, long time no see. How you doing, man? T. Rostein, Rick. Good morning, Tiela. How you guys doing? Only 3 people in the chat saying hi. How's everybody doing? Hope you're doing well. I got my coffee. I've been up since 4 a.m. I kind of missed the pump. I went to bed a little bit early today, technically early, but and I was in my head I was like, yeah, nothing's gonna happen. It needs to consolidate a little bit more. It might take a day or 2. I was thinking pump is gonna come after in November. Unfortunately for me, I missed the whole shebang. As you can see on the chart, we broke the resistance, not just any kind of resistance, the channel towards the upside on the daily time frame. This is actually closed, so we are right now above that. We are right now consolidating. There is nothing wrong with the chart. This looks very, very good. There is a slight pullback over here, big move up, extortion pattern, pullback, and everything is playing out perfectly nice. We are super bullish, extremely bullish. So in this video we're gonna talk a little bit about what's happening, where are the resistance levels. We're gonna be talking about 46k. When is the 46k gonna come? ETFs, perma bears on Twitter, Benjamin Cohen, Crypto Capo, Crypto Savvy, who else, and probably Garrett Soloway, and probably a couple other guys. We're gonna also look at Bitcoin Ethereum dominant chart, because I made a video yesterday about that. We're gonna also look at what more are we gonna look at? We're gonna look at Pepe, because I missed Pepe pump. I so wanted to buy Pepe both yesterday and the day before that, but I was like, it's gonna happen. I've got time. It might have a slight pullback before the move. Unfortunately, the move has come. The move has come, and right now we are pumping, and right now this is the last move before the dump, guys, before the dump. So we have not been bears since 15k. I mean, we have been a little bit bearish, you know, here and there, you know, looking for pullbacks, and every time we had the pullback, it was between 20 around 20% pullback every single time. So over here, you know, the pullback, 20% pullback started up here, give or take. You know, that this was you know, 23% pullback. The next pullback came down to 20%, and the third pullback up here came down to something like 20%. So 20%, 3 times we had 20% pullbacks. So you know, you know, here and there we've been a little bit bearish, but you know, overall we have been looking at the bigger picture when it comes to Bitcoin, and Bitcoin has been playing out nicely. So Bitcoin is still playing out nicely. We are still looking towards upside. We are still not bears on Bitcoin, but we will become bears eventually at one point. Just not right now. But this is the last move. Also, altcoin season might actually start very, very soon. So we're going to talk about when we can expect altcoin season to kick in. After altcoin season, there is a meme season, and meme season is also, you know, 10x, 20x, 100x, you know, coins pumping like crazy. People are just throwing money. So good times are just around the corner. Not only that, as soon as Bitcoin pumped to 35k, there was an article in Norwegian, biggest Norwegian papers, VG. You know, Bitcoin, Bitcoin, you know, reaches, you know, a yearly high, and you know, so they are definitely pumping in the mainstream, you know, mainstream normies into the chat, not into the chat, but into the crypto. Mladen is in the chat, 46k, member 61. We know the date. I don't know, man. I'm afraid of the dates. You know, 14 October, the moons. You know. There is no way. I cannot trust the moons anymore. I cannot trust the dates. But, you know, there are TA dates and there are moon dates. So, you know, maybe TA dates are better. Mladen knows the date. So, you know, we know the date. We know the date. Everybody knows the price. Everybody knows, you know, the targets. But not everybody knows the date. And, you know, that's kind of a little bit, you know, the trick, you know. Knowing the date. Knowing the date. So, as you can see, guys, we have been performing very well. The blue box up here, there's a major weekly levels that we need to break, and you can see up here once we start going towards upside, we came to those major levels, but we crashed that through that, you know, like, you know what. Over here you'll see very nicely how we came to those levels, to those resistance levels. Then we broke those resistance level, had a small retest up here, and exploded right after that. But the explosion up here is actually nicer when you zoom in and you draw some nicer channels, and we have those nicer channels as well. So let's zoom in over here. You can see up here nicer channels. We've been watching these channels for a while, and this actually played out so nicely, so nicely. So in the start up here, we have been going inside this exhaustion pattern up here, and where I said we need to get out to get everybody bearish. We came out, we got everybody bearish. We created a secondary channel and just came right back inside the first channel up here again. Retested, pull back, slowly climb out up here, and then, you know, as soon as we actually broke out of that, you know, as soon as we close, you can actually zoom in very, very nicely over here. You know, the first candle where we actually closed outside of the channel up here, right after that it exploded like crazy. It exploded, you know, from all the way from 31.6 to 36.7 or something like that. What's that? This on Bybit. On Bybit we went to 36, but most other, you know, places went to 35k. But that was like 16% pump. 16% pump on Bybit. You know, and this is an hourly candle, so, you know, 16%. So this was actually unimaginable, you know, pump towards the upside. But, you know, the channels played out very nicely, and it does look very bullish. Even this price action that we are having right now over here at the top is very, very bullish. There is nothing actually wrong with the price. There is no big sell-offs over here. This is over here slight exhaustion pattern. Right now we're just, you know, flagging towards downside, consolidating in an uptrend, bigger uptrend. We are right now consolidating in an uptrend, so we are expecting continuation towards the upside eventually. Like we said previously, this is the max pain, guys. This is the max pain move, and the reason it's max pain move is because of this week over here. because a lot of people close their position up here. A lot of people close their position. They had the long positions from down here. It pumped up to 30k levels. Psychological levels, they talk, nah, it's not gonna, it's just gonna pump down. I'm gonna take profits. Everybody took profits and it exploded towards the upside. So there are no longs. Not only that, people started piling on shorts up here at the top. They started piling shorts at around the 31, 32k levels, you know, thinking that it's just gonna get rejected and go back down. So everybody got wrecked. Literally everybody got wrecked. Literally everybody got wrecked right now. This is the max pain. Not only that, guys, not only that, but people are afraid to FOMO in. You know, through entire, you know, my, you know, crypto career, we've been telling people do not FOMO in on the green candles. So now they're seeing the green candles, of course not financial wise, and they are afraid to FOMO in on the green candles. So they're not buying this cut, you know, this pump. They're like, nah, it's gonna pull back, it's over, you know, 35k resistance level. You know, do not trust them, you know, do not trust them, because we know, guys, right now, this is just the start. This is the weekly candle. Weekly candle is still not closed above up here, but the daily candle is. So we need to see some kind of continuation up here towards upside, but that, you know, it does look very strongly bullish. Now, weekly candle up here, this is just the very start up here. We're still looking at, you know, London started up here at 46k, give or take. So, you know, this move needs to come. And right now, they are afraid to FOMO in. They don't want to, you know, because everybody's like, you buy green candle, get a red dildo, you know what coin kids used to say. You buy green candle, get ready. So they are afraid to FOMO in, so nobody's in. The people that had long positions from over here, they closed around 30k. Then they, you know, shorters piled up at, you know, 32k because they cannot go long or at the resistance. The breakout traders up here, and it went so fast they could not even breakout trade this move, right? And right now, the only thing that has to happen is for us to continue going up here, get everybody to FOMO in up here at the top, get ETFs at the top approved, ETFs, and then it's pretty much over, guys. It's pretty much over. Now, it's not over in the long run. 2025 is still the bigger bull run top that we are actually waiting that to happen, but it's not the top. But it is top for this move up here. This move up here, that's the top, guys. That's the top. That's what we're waiting for. We are waiting for ETFs approval. Now, why is ETFs gonna actually dump the market? Because everybody's, you know, it is buy the rumor, sell the news event, kinda, but there is also a lot more logical explanation for why ETF is gonna dump the market. Now, imagine you are one of the BlackRock or Fidelity or whatever these big hedge funds are. You know what's gonna happen. You are, you know, sitting at the top there. You know that you are gonna apply for the ETFs. You know what you're gonna do. You know how the money works. So down here, you are buying all the Bitcoin you can actually buy, and then you wait. Then you push the price all the way up here towards the top, and then you launch the ETFs at the top, right? So right now you got a whole bunch of Bitcoin that you bought very, very low, and you got the ETFs when you can do unimaginable short positions because it's paper. So you put huge short positions on the ETFs while you're dumping your real Bitcoin. So of course the price goes down and you make your whole bunch of money. So guys, be careful about the ETFs. I know people are very bullish on the ETFs, but you know, that's usually how it goes. I don't know if you guys remember Bakkt. Bakkt was one of the first, you know, institutional, ways to buy Bitcoin. And everybody was saying, oh, when Bakkt comes, we're gonna pump. What happened when we got Bakkt? We dumped. 6th to 19th, 11. There's the date. Everybody got wrecked except the holders. Exactly, Ralph. Exactly. Everybody got wrecked except the holders. So if you're hodling, you are doing good. You're doing good. And, you know, right now everybody is on the side of the Michael Saylor and everybody else who is hodling. You know, and it's good times. It's good times. You cannot complain about that. I'm into altcoins now for 30% left for altcoins. Huge dump if it comes. Morning, how you doing? Yo, man, I got Tom Crown to give you a shout out last night. You did that. Oh, thank you, man. I'm gonna check that out. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Tom Crown, he's a big guy, you know, so I'm getting up there, guys. You know, soon we're gonna have, you know, one of these, what is it? You know, I got, you know, 1,000 subscribers, 10,000 subscribers, and both of these, you know, my wife had to buy, you know, but one, it will happen, 100k subs, you know, during the next bull market, I will get my, silver play button from YouTube, so, you know, there is that. It's near the end of the second stream, maybe 15 minutes before the end of stream. Thanks, man, I appreciate it. I'll check it out. So we are actually doing debuting. What's up? The central plan is in the chat. How you doing, man? We already sold 3k Bitcoin 34. I mean, a lot of people are selling. They are selling into the FOMO. There's a very good, he's not technical analysis, but he's there's a very good on-chain analysis. William Clement III or something like that. And he said, by analyzing the chart, he figured out that, the whales are not actually selling the tops or buying the bottoms. What they are actually doing is they are buying into the bottom and they are selling into the top, because they need long time to sell off their Bitcoin, and they need long time to accumulate Bitcoin. So they are selling into the euphoria and they are buying into the fear. So when fear starts kicking in, they are start buying. They are dollar cost average buying down. They are not dollar cost averaging from the top. They are dollar cost averaging at the bottom, and they are dollar cost averaging when they are selling. So they are selling into the euphoria and they are buying into the fear. So when fear is getting higher and higher, they're buying and buying and buying. But when euphoria is getting higher and higher, they're selling and selling and selling. So it's not like they're selling the exact top. They're slowly selling towards the upside, right? So right now, already right now, we should start seeing some kind of slight sell-off up here towards the top. This is gonna go very fast, and like I always say, like price always pumps faster towards the upside and it actually goes down. These big pumps, this fast pump, nobody can catch these big fast pump. What do we say? The next pump will come, is gonna be big fast pump that nobody can catch, right? And once we are out there, the rest of up here, they have to FOMO in close to the top. And once they FOMO in close to the top, it's kind of over. It's game over. It's game over. Once they do that, it's game over. But right now, it does look very, very good. But yes, the selling will start from the big money, but as long as there is euphoria, as long as it keeps on pumping, there will be coming, new ship, new money, new weekends that are buying into the euphoria. They are buying green candles. They are providing exit liquidity for the buyers that bought down at 25, that bought at 20, that bought at 15, or even 18k down here. They are this is exit liquidity up here. The same way the bull market, any kind of bull market works. You buy up here, and then once you start going up here, you need exit liquidity because you bought so much Bitcoin. If you're a billionaire, you bought so much Bitcoin, you need exit liquidity. You need this kind of moves up here at the top where the euphoria is so high and everybody's just throwing money at you, and you're just selling because it's a game of, because you made so much money that you can take profits, right? But they cannot take profits up here, right? They need this to double up here to take profits up here, which is not gonna happen. So always look for the measure move from the bottom towards the top up here to see what actually will be. Now there is another thing I wanted to mention up here, and I mentioned this before because it is only recently I actually figured this out, since the last meme season, is that price actually, oftentimes when price gets into price discovery mode and starts pumping towards the upside, people are wondering, where is the top? When will the top? And you always have to assume that there was somebody who bought the lowest possible, right? There was somebody who bought very, very low, and that somebody is going to be the first one to sell. And that selling is going to start at exactly 100%, 200%, 300% X's, right? So this first move up to the 31K was exactly on the dollar 100%, right? And up to 46K, from 15K up to 46K, that's exactly, give or take, 200%. So these these percentages are very, very important. So these are also very important level targets. And right now, 200% is up here at 46K. But there is another level that we need to be careful about that can actually be a resistance level, and that's around 50K. And why is it 50K? Because from downhole, from the last bottom, assuming people bought down here from the last bottom, 100% is up here around 50K, give or take. That's 100%, right? So I would say anywhere between 45K to 50K, that is some kind of very logical place where the price should go to. Very logical place where the price should go to. Now, we are not looking right now at the resistance level. We are just looking at some kind of, psychological places where people should sell. And oftentimes that's the case. If you buy very, very low, you want to get X amount, you know, of something. I invested, you know, I bought 1 Bitcoin. I want to get 2 Bitcoin back. I want to get 3. Nobody's saying, you know, I'm going to sell when I have 1.76 Bitcoin, right? But you cannot, you're probably not the guy that bought the lowest, so there is somebody that bought lowest, but you're still looking at that guy who bought lowest. When is he getting his 2 Bitcoin or 3 Bitcoin or 10 Bitcoin, right? So you're looking for these axes. So these are very important levels, and I would say between 46 and 50k is somewhere where some kind of logical explanation, you know, psychological explanation should be, where we should get some kind of top. Because right now, people are still very scared to FOMO into the Bitcoin right now. Why are they very scared? Because the pump happened so fast, guys. It happened so fast. They did not have time to buy. A lot of people in Europe were sleeping. In US, they were out doing whatever they were doing, right? They did not buy. And, you know, once things starts pumping, they're still hoping, oh, it's going to pull back. It's going to pull back. It's not going to pull back. Not that much, right? You are not getting 25k, you're not even getting 30k or, you know, 23k. If you get 30k, it's pretty much over, and then it's gonna continue going down. So there is no pullback down here. The pullbacks right now are slight pullbacks that, you know, Bitcoin does that's doing right now, consolidation pullbacks. And these kind of pullbacks, you know, just go, you know, continue going towards the upside. Over here, I was actually thinking that we might actually have a little bit longer time before it actually breaks towards the upside. That did not happen. That's why I went to bed yesterday very technically very early, because I thought, like, I have time. I don't have time. I don't have time. And this is the 4th pump right now, guys. 4th pump. First pump up here, nobody managed to catch the pump. Nobody on the, you know, everybody was thinking, you know, 5k, whatever. Right, first pump. Second pump up here up to, you know, 30k level. Everybody was, oh my god, it's going up. Nope. And then right back down again. Again to 30k. No, it's going up. And then down here again. Everybody became stupidly bearish up here. And right now we get this huge pump towards the upside, outside of the channel, which is very important right now, outside of the channel. So this is a rising channel that broke towards the upside. It's extremely bullish. I don't think you understand, based on the TA, how actually bullish this is. This is like the most bullish thing that can actually happen on the chart. Anytime you have some kind of rising wedge, rising channel, anything that goes rising, and then you break upwards out of that rising thing, it's extremely explosive moves. So right now Bitcoin is up 2.5%. It was up like 5% during the day. So there is slight pullback a little bit, but there will be no, at least from my understanding of the TA, there will be no pullback down to 30k or 32k or whatever, right? Right now we're sitting at 33.9, 34k. Maybe a little bit more down, maybe something like that, maybe some kind of, you know, week down, spring down, or something like that. But this is gonna continue, guys. Good times ahead. Very good times ahead. And unfortunately, there has been a lot of perma bears around. Crypto Save just made a, you know, videos talking about, you know, we going lower. I don't know if you've seen the latest crypto capo chart. I'll show you the latest chart of him. Copy. So if you know, Capo on Twitter, he's very famous right now because, you know, he's still short and strong. He has a Discord group, and he just posted this just before we actually broke April's highs up here. And you can see up here, he was still looking back down to 19k and then back down to 10k levels. You know, and everybody's laughing at him because he's definitely not looking at, you know, at the chart that's happening right now. You know, that's delusion. That's delusion. So we on this channel, we like TA, we appreciate what's happening, we understand how to analyze the chart. And we are turning, you know, bearish or bullish depending on what the chart tells us, right? That said, we will become bears, guys, once we start getting very close. It does not have to be 46, it doesn't have to be 50. It's maybe 45 or 43 or 41 or whatever, right? It's maybe not, maybe even before that. But very soon we will become bears, unfortunately. Not perma bears, but, you know, we will become bears because that's just the way the stuff works. Once you get euphoria, you'll become bear. You gotta become bear. And I also looked at you know, previous bull run, just before the bull run top, when euphoria started hitting. Ivan Otek stopped doing daily videos. I don't know if you know who Ivan Otek is, but he stopped doing daily videos, and that for me was like, what's happening? But right now I understand why he did that, and I understand that once euphoria hits, guys, we gotta change our sentiment from bullish to bearish. We cannot be the guys that are, you know, constantly bullish. There are guys, you know, George, he has a big channel, 700k sub channel. You know, George, hello, I'm George, we all George. You know George, right? He's perma bull, right? Because he does not understand the charts. He's very good talking about the news and stuff like that, but he does not understand the charts. So he needs to be all the time bullish. Michael Saylor is, you know, perma bull. He's always bull. Doesn't matter where the price goes up and down. But, you know, we read the charts, so we are bullish when we have to be bullish, and we are bearish when we have to be bearish. And we will become bearish. I just saw that said. So don't call me bearish, you know, when we are at the top and everybody's, you know, super happy and they want the price to pump, you know, up to 100k. If you do break that, if you do break 50k and actually goes to 100k, you know, pre-halvening, you know, that might happen. But we're gonna keep on watching the charts. And we also got Laden, so, you know, there is that. Sean said yesterday he's got a turbo position. No way! TL, are you into alts? Yeah, I'm into alts. Unfortunately, alts have been, you know, getting wrecked. We are in the third stage. DXY dropped like a lot. I haven't actually looked at DXY, how much it dropped, but I got a channel up here on this thing, up here. So you know, DXY had this move towards the upside up here. It went out of this channel, tried to get back in, right now dropping. Once this is actually over, it's gonna drop down. So it does look like it's kind of over, but these are small time frames. On the weekly time frame up here, it's just having a pullback. It's just having a first pullback. So I think, you know, after Bitcoin reaches some kind of 40k levels or something like that, we will definitely see DXY again having a nice pump towards the upside. So right now DXY is doing well, but right now DXY is doing badly, but eventually it will again do well. Let me just go a little bit back in time over here. There we go, something like this. How can I didn't remove these lines up here? Let me just do it like this up here and move these lines for a second, and then we'll go into what is happening with so ETFs are definitely gonna, you know, drop us down. And this is the very first time I actually agree with the Peter Schiff. So Peter Schiff wrote on Twitter or X that you know, ETFs are coming and, you know, it's they're gonna start selling off. And this is like the first time I agree with Peter Schiff. Once the ETFs are around the corner, that's gonna, you know, start the selling. Beside the, you know, psychological levels, 100%, 200% stuff like that, there is a very nice channel, of course, up here at the top that we have been looking at over here. And even this channel up here, somewhere up here, is like 45, 60, 45, 46k level. So if you go up there, it's very likely that also is one of the reasons why we should hit 46k levels. The other reasons up here are the stops up here, also resistance level. We got a couple of monthly resistance level down here that we are right now hitting. You can see up here right now 35k levels was the first level that I was actually looking. But if you can manage to break the 35k level, then there is this at 38, 39 level, and then after that it's all the way up here at 46k level without looking at this. But this stop up here right now sitting at 46k level. There is a channel up here at 46k level. There is a, you know, 200% move towards upside. It's the 46k levels. So there is a lot of confluence up here at 46k level. But eventually we need, first thing first, we need to break the 45k level to actually get there. I don't want to say it's gonna take a little bit of time to do that, because I said before, once price always pumps faster and goes down, and once it pumps, like, it goes like crazy, and all kinds of resistance get broken. So right now we are looking at that. We are looking for all kind of resistance to get broken. That said, once we start getting up here towards the top, and even right now, the altcoin season, guys, the altcoin season might actually start. Now, if you've been following Benjamin Cohen, he's been talking about Bitcoin dominance, how Bitcoin is outperforming everything, and that is true. But just because Bitcoin goes up 10% does not mean that altcoins goes down 10%. You know, Bitcoin could go up 10%, altcoins could go up 5%, and Bitcoin dominance will still go towards the upside. Bitcoin dominance only tells you who is the dominant, you know, guy in the charts. Does not tell you that the altcoins are gonna suffer. So altcoins are slowly right now putting in some kind of bottoms. They're down by a whole bunch. Benjamin Coleman still says that altcoins are gonna get wrecked, but they're already wrecked. So I don't know how much more wrecked they are gonna get. You know, But the way I see it right now, once the euphoria kicks in on Bitcoin and Bitcoin starts topping out, big money starts selling, ETFs and start shorting the market, there will still be a lot of euphoria. People will still want to get in on something, and there will be altcoin season. And luckily for us, there will be altcoin season. Now, I'm not saying that coins are gonna for whatever reason. For whatever reason, that altcoin season are gonna pump us to new all-time highs, but altcoin season definitely can see altcoins doing 2x, 3x, 4x, depending on how low they are, how high they go, how big market cap they have. But there will be intermediate altcoin season before the actually big altcoin season, when we get into the bull market in 2025, and we get the max euphoria when the whole world is in Bitcoin, right? That's the good stuff, right? But right now the altcoin season can definitely play out. And right now a lot of altcoins, when I say a lot of altcoins, I mean definitely a lot of altcoins are very, very low, right? So these altcoins right now that are very, very low might actually be very good buys. Not a financial advice, again, you do your money, I'll do my money, all of that shebang. That said, altcoin season will come. If it does not come, it will, altcoins are still gonna pump, certain amount. And once altcoins are done, we're gonna have meme season. So if you are into the meme season, new coins popping out, pumping, 100x within 3 hours, that's gonna also happen. That usually happens when Bitcoin is actually topped out. So the way I see how this actually works is that Bitcoin starts going towards upside, and then the selling of the big money comes in, and that's when the altcoin season starts. So altcoin season starts going towards upside up here, while the selling is actually going on still towards upside. But eventually, selling, it starts flattening out and start kind of getting into some kind of boring action up here. And altcoins, also start topping out. And once altcoins start topping out as well, then you have this meme season, starting the pump, right? Because people who are right now, people who bought Bitcoin down here or here, right? And they're selling up here. They need to do something with that Bitcoin, right? And they're gonna be transferring that Bitcoin into altcoins, because right now the upside from Bitcoin from 35,000 to 46,000 is only like 27%. So there is a lot more upside in the altcoins right now after this last move. So traders and other people, they are taking their Bitcoin gains, putting into altcoins, and once altcoin pops and they're over, they're gonna start trading shitcoins. Maybe they're not gonna try trading shitcoins, but shitcoins are still gonna pump. The meme coins are still gonna pump. So the altcoin season definitely around the corner, the way I see it. And if you look at a weekly time frame on the Bitcoin dominance, you'll see that previously in 2020 up here, we started zigzagging when the Bitcoin dominance started going towards downside. And if you look at the chart somewhere up here, I think there was a bit altcoin season, when it started going down up here, give or take. Maybe this was altcoin season, I'm a little bit unsure. But this topping of the dominance up here just tells you, when it starts doing like this up here, that the Bitcoin is actually topped out and altcoins are actually catching up again, right? And I have a very hard time analyzing the dominant chart, but I've been looking at this 200 weekly moving average up here on the dominant chart, and my idea was still that it's gonna probably do something like this. So people are all the time looking at levels and stuff like that, but I'm not looking at, I'm just looking at this 200 moving average. I think right now that previously, if you go all the way back to 2017, the Bitcoin was the big the big goose, right? 2017 it had like 97% dominance over everything else, right? But in 2020 the dominance was only 70% up here towards the top. And right now, I mean, this dominance goes down. Why does it go down? Because the altcoins are gaining territory. Ethereum, Matic, Polygon, BNB, these big chains, they're gaining territory from Bitcoin, and they are getting a lot more powerful in the space. So it is only normal that Bitcoin should go down while the technology and blockchain technology with new tech is actually gaining momentum towards the upside. So I don't think, I think the Bitcoin will always have some kind of dominance over altcoins during part times, but you can see already right now that we are sitting right now only at 54%, down here at close while we were at 40%. So I think, eventually it will be around 30, maybe 30%, give or take. Maybe Bitcoin dominance in 5 years time is gonna be just standard like 30% dominance, and everything else is gonna be 70%, because there are so many altcoins, guys. There's so many altcoins. Vanaless, what DXY dropped. How you doing, man? Wait, yes, really. Yo, what's up, the greenest goblin? What's cheap crypto you'd buy and hold for the future? cheap crypto. Everything is cheap, man. Especially altcoins. Have you seen how cheap altcoins are? Have you? There are good coins, guys. We've been talking about good coins and bad coins, right? Good coins is like Bitcoin, right? They hit the lows up here, and right now they are pretty high, right? But then there are coins that hit this, you know, this low down here. They went a little bit up, and right now they're even lower, right? So everything is cheap. Everything is cheap. Everything is cheap. If you are the idea of how cheap something is or where it's gonna go, because we are, at least from some kind of analysis, we are gathering that, you know, in 2025 there is a bull on top, you know, big euphoria, everything pops, you know, 100x, whatever. Then everything is cheap. Everything is cheap. What is gonna be the trigger for alts run? There is not gonna be any kind of trigger. At least not over here. There is not gonna be any kind of trigger. I just think that right now, I think that altcoin rally that we are gonna have very, very soon is just gonna come because, you know, people are selling, you know, taking their Bitcoin and putting into altcoins and pumping altcoins. That's the only thing. But in 2025, I don't know what's gonna be the trigger. It might be, you know, NFTs, it might be DeFi, it might be games, you know, and, you know, it might be a whole kind of stuff. It might be some new tech, AI or something like that. I don't know. But there will be some kind of triggers. There will be some kind of, you know, new hype, new fad that we need to jump on very fast. And that's gonna probably be the big, you know, altcoin stuff that's gonna pump. Another thing is that meme season might also be around the corner very, very shortly after the altcoins start pumping, because Pepe did pump 40% yesterday. So there is that. Right now, Pepe is down something like, how much is down? 9%, so it's pulling back a little bit. But not even close to, you know, up here. But, you know, it just might, it's just getting out of this, this channel up here and start pumping towards the upside up here. So, you know, we're gonna see. So if Pepe pumps, Pepe is the leader of meme coins, Ethereum is the leader of altcoins, and Bitcoin is the leader of everybody. So there is that. So there is that. Was there anything more we wanted to talk about? I don't know. But I needed to do the Bitcoin daily, guys. I needed to do the Bitcoin daily because I was up since 4 a.m. Tonight. I missed the pump, and I've been, you know, and entire day I've been just watching the videos, listening to what people are saying. You know, I've been just very happy, you know. And it's good day, so I thought, like, you know what, I'm gonna do Bitcoin daily, just get it out of my system, you know, just have a big rant, and, you know, talk about the pump, and it is good. It is very, very good. And the best part about it is that, you know, the bears are getting wrecked. So I'm looking forward to what Crypto Savvy will be saying next, what Gareth Soloway will be saying next. And I've seen Gareth Soloway saying that he was long and he's getting gains, and everybody's right now shitting on him because he's been saying that, you know, Bitcoin is gonna go down to 14K. So, you know, he's been, you know, lying to people. I was up all night. Well, if I'd seen, you know, Bitcoin pumping to 25, I'd probably been up all night as well, but I wasn't. But, you know, it was good to get some sleep. Morning bulls, Lana Petrov. Anyways, guys, we're gonna end it there. Thank you for stopping by. I don't think we're gonna have Bitcoin daily every day, yeah, you know, but I had to get, you know, I had it right now because, you know, a little bit excited. And if you look at the price action right now that's happening on Bitcoin, there is not much that's right now telling it. There is a small 4-hourly doji. There might come some kind of pullback. But if you look at up here, like, we are still like above all moving averages on all significant time frames. Like, if you look at a weekly, above all moving averages, daily, above all moving average 12-hourly, above everything 4, 6. You gotta go down. This is 1 hour, 30 minutes. You gotta go to 30 minutes to find that we are a little bit below the moving averages. But, you know, all significant time frames, we are above all moving averages, all significant time frames, which is actually a strong option. Good job, guys. Thank you very much for today. Hit the like button on the way out. You know, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. If you're part of the TF Fans Club, join the Telegram group because, you know, excitement. Have a nice day. I'm gonna find my outro button and I'm gonna go and watch the charts. I'm gonna try to find some bearish videos to laugh at. I don't think I want to talk about anything else. Yeah. Yeah, there was one more thing. It doesn't matter. We're gonna talk about it another time. Guys, enjoy. Outro.